Welcome back to more karting action from Rowrah in Cumbria, our third visit in as many weekends. We're at Rowrah for round 3 of the Micromax UK Karting Championships. Let's have a look at the runners and riders this weekend. Driving the 13 from Shrewsbury, Oliver Hipkins. Expect him to be quick in the wet. Charlotte Stanley's on the 22, she's from Cheadle-Hulme. From Timperley in Cheshire, it's Logan Lauder on the 33. On the 37, it's James Roberts, a very confident James Roberts after his first appearance in the championship at Wombwell. From Manchester, Zane Quaker is the championship leader. Sepp Corking was the championship leader after round 1, very quick at Teesside, he's from Darlington. On the 57, it's Aston Brown, he's from Hetton near Skipton. The 68 kart is driven by Rory Armstrong. He's the young man from Northern Ireland, makes that long trip for every round. Caden Simpson's on the 77, he's from York. Braden Boyd drives the 88 kart, he's from Walshaw near Bury. And rounding out the grid this weekend, it's Oliver Sibbald. He drives the 99s from Cleaton Moor, just up the road.
Random grid draw for the heats. Here's the starting lineup for the first. Ollie Hipkins and Charlotte Stanley from Logan Lauder and James Roberts. Zane Quaker and Sebastian Corking. Then Aston Brown and Rory Armstrong. From Caden Simpson, Braden Boyd, and the man who lives 2 miles down the road, Oliver Sibbald. So let's see how we get going. Zane Quaker, championship leader in the middle of the pack. Let's race the opening heat here in Micromax. And they battle through to the first corner.
Braden Boyd and Oliver Sibbald miles behind at the start for some reason, not sure why that is, but they head down to McRae's for the first time.
Up the inside, a big lunge there from Roberts, who gets into second place. Has got to try and keep that door firmly shut because here comes the newly crowned O-plate. That is, of course, Zane Quaker. Up the inside comes Stanley, drifts wide on the exit. Roberts back alongside. Stanley still wants that second place, though. She's going to try and keep the kart fast and firm enough, but has to yield. Dips back for the inside line, though. Takes back second place, drifts back wide across, but shuts the door on the exit. Nicely done.
That's a great piece of driving by Charlotte Stanley. I've been watching her for the last 18 months or so, Jake, and her driving is definitely improving every time she goes out. That's a great move.
Yeah, it's really well read as well, because she didn't just set up one move, she set up 2 or 3 counter moves in there as well, so she knew that there was a chance she could run wide, and now she's shutting the door perfectly to try and keep James Roberts at bay. This is a problem for Zane Quaker, the O-plate, in 4th position. He doesn't want to be held up in this difficult situation. He wants to get past these guys and start to chirp away to close up on the man in the lead of the race. So this is going to be a difficult one. Look, Quaker storming around already behind James Roberts on the hash chassis, trying to come through into the Iredale's hairpin, and it's a queue of 5. Stanley, then it's Roberts. The O-plate there is Zane Quaker. Then it is the 52 in 4th position. That is Sebastian Corking. Up the inside, there's the move. Excellent run, and another move in the mix there as well. So up to second.
Through.
Yes, Armstrong through. So Armstrong makes the bid, and he makes up a place on Corking. And it looks to me as though Roberts now in a second. Yes, so Roberts, Stanley, Quaker, and then of course it is Armstrong ahead of Corking. So we've got a great little battle for second place on now.
Zane Quaker there going through the picture on the O-plate. He's also the championship leader, of course. Ollie Hipkins sets the fastest lap. He's gone, Jake. He's checked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ollie Hipkins showing amazing pace in these conditions. Obviously likes the damp conditions.
And a 54.41, that's not bad. Here comes Quaker on the inside for 3rd, and a big lock-up from Corking as he almost drifts straight off the road. Quaker doesn't finish the move on Stanley, who chops back on the undercut. Nice recovery there from Stanley to retain 3rd place. Here comes Armstrong side by side with Corking. These two battling away side by side now once again. Corking with his tribute Sebastian Vettel helmet design. Very exciting run between these two. Another big lunge from Armstrong. Gets through, finishes the move on Corking this time. And behind them, we've got Aston Brown not too far away, trying to close up in his bid to move into the top 6.
I like the fact that Charlotte Stanley's battling with what you would consider the fast boys. She's not just accepting that, oh yeah, you're one of the names in this, you're one of the fast lads, I'll let you have it. She's fighting back every inch of the way.
She's back
through
into second place again on the run out of the final turn. Excellent stuff from Charlotte Stanley. This is such a great proving ground for her, though, up against the front runners in this contest who are absolutely scrabbling away with each other. This is the best education Charlotte Stanley could possibly have.
Corking and Armstrong side by side. Corking up the inside, can't make it work, and Armstrong takes the position back. Look at the lead that Hipkins has got, though. That is incredible.
Interesting as well to watch these guys as they run through Iredale's. They all just kick out to the outside line. They don't want to run on that inside line anymore. as Corking again has a look at Armstrong. The lines really do change when water comes down. Just look at how much excess gravel and stones there is on the exit of that corner as we see Oliver Sibbald make his way past Aston Brown. So he's come through. I wonder if it started raining. Has it started raining again? Yes, it has. So rain is coming down and they're all on slick tyres. So this is going to be a real test of character as Quaker storms around behind Roberts. Roberts trying to hang on to it as they come through. You can definitely see that the circuit's getting more slippery and the flags are out there in certain places.
Corking down the inside of Armstrong. Has he got it done? Looks like he has he? Yes, Corking through.
Sliding around all over the place. This is going to be a real test of character. There's the slippery flags into McRae's. Roberts gets through, drifts out wide. Stanley hasn't quite got the traction off the turn to overtake instantly. Has to get the run down the straight itself and gets through. But the yellow flag, the stationary yellow flag is out there. So that means that somebody is off the road. Oh yes, there is someone off. That's Caden Simpson, I believe, the 77 kart. So he's off the road. Look at this, 3 wide.
What's happened to the leader?
The leader slowed. That's Hipkins. He slowed right down. He's being overtaken by Quaker and by Roberts. Now, well, the only thing I can think is that we've obviously seen the slippery oil flags. Does he think it's a Battenberg?
I think he does.
Oh my goodness. He's thrown away the lead essentially there because either that or he's got a problem.
Well, he has got a problem. He's obviously still running. There he is. He's
he's
now
got
in
his
third
hand in
place.
the air,
He's got his
so
hand
he's
in the
still
air.
trying
So
to fight his way forward.
why are they overtaking me? Is this a
Oh, he's
Battenberg?
lost it! He's lost the back end of the car. He's really struggling to find grip now. That was so nearly a spin off the road for Hipkins. He's been caught out here completely by the slippery flags. That's just indicating, look, you'll see in a minute. There it is, the red and yellow flag, the stripes. That shows that it's raining, so you've got to be careful. It's slippery conditions.
Here's my thoughts on that. I've thought this before, as Stanley now battles with
Corking, that is.
Corking alongside, yeah. I've thought this before. Why, when it starts raining, as Corking gets up the inside of Stanley, makes the switch back, makes that work, why when it starts raining do they put out slippery surface flags? What is the point?
I think they know.
That should be reserved for a broken radiator, where you've got radiator fluid on the track, the drivers can't see it, oil on the track,
if it starts raining, they already know.
They know. Why are you putting slippery surface flags out? I've thought this. I think they did it at UKC recently, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I thought, why bother? It's raining. They can see it's raining.
They can feel it. Yeah, they know it already. Interesting. So Hipkins now swarming around behind Roberts, trying to get himself back into second position.
He's trying to recover the position.
He is indeed.
That is not great. Mark Baines is not going to be happy. He's driving for Mark Baines Motorsport, of course.
Well, it's an ambivalent situation, isn't it? Because he's got his other charge, Zane Quaker, now leading as a result of all of that.
Of course,
Quaker's got through.
Zane is the championship leader. That's Logan Lauder at the back, the 33.
You can just see how much opposite lock you're having to carry just to keep the kart on the road in these conditions. Now it's started raining. They're all on slick tyres. The kart wants to snap away from you every single apex. And you can see, look, the kart's having to take a much wider trajectory around Iredale's just to keep the kart on the road. Because if you go for the inside line, that's where rubber has laid down.
Absolutely.
And you've got no grip on the water at all.
That's why you'll see them going around the outside of the corner as Corking does there. And in fact,
Hipkins, look, there's absolutely no traction. He just skates wide.
It's incredible. Now, has he got away with that? I think he has.
He's in third position, so that's not a bad place to be at all. He'll be bitterly frustrated that he's essentially handed the lead of the race to Zane Quaker. Now he's got to try and get himself back into position. Robertson, Corking are all over him. So now he's in a battle for second place when essentially he could have been winning this race at an absolute canter. Oh, he's lost it! Lost it! Slides the kart into the side of Roberts and gets spat out of the race. And this is the last lap as well, about to start for him. So it's just agony for Hipkins.
Yeah, and he's had to wait for the traffic to go past as well, so he's dropped right to the back. What an absolute disaster. He had the points were in his pocket.
Yeah, he had a massive lead.
And
he was never going to get caught.
Slowed down, allowed everybody to overtake him. Oh my dear.
He just wrote the book on how to throw away a win, didn't he?
That's going to be a conversation when he gets back to the paddock with Mark Baines.
Oh,
hello, timing.
Well, it's had a bit of a difficult...
decided to come back on the last lap. Better late than never.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Thanks for joining us.
It's not been as impressive a performance from the timing screen as it has been from Ollie Hipkins, has it, unfortunately? But hey, it's here for the last lap. Zane Quaker will tour in now, 4.3 ahead of Robertson Corking. Who would have thought that 3 laps ago?
Yeah, indeed. I don't think Ollie Hipkins is going to let this down, to be honest.
What a
He'll
shame.
be reminded of this for the rest of the season.
Well,
I shall make sure he is.
Well, here's Zane Quaker out of the final turn. He's going to take the victory. victory. Excellent job from Zane Quaker in the end. He's fought back beautifully to take that win. Second position for Roberts in front of Corking. You have got to feel for Ollie Hipkins. That was a race that got away from him, and he will never forget it, unfortunately. Hopefully, though, he will grow stronger and learn from it.
I'm sure he will. Zane Quaker takes the win from Roberts, Corking, Stanley Sibbald, Aston Brown in P6 from Rory Armstrong. Armstrong will be disappointed with that one. Then Lauder, Boyd and Hipkins. Join us in part 2 for Heat 2.